We are live with Crim Radio, and we are here with Andrew WK.
Hello.
How is your festival thus far?
Thus far, it's been very enjoyable. It's been high revelry and beauty atmosphere. Good circumstances have aligned to allow this to happen. That's not lost on me, and I'm partying very hard as a display of gratitude and enthusiasm.
And as I forgot to mention, we are at Carolina Rebellion.
Yes, Carolina Rebellion with Crim.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, and it is really hot outside. So how is partying going for you on the road? How do you stay hydrated and well?
Well, the best way to stay hydrated is to suck down fluids. Now, you can suck down water, you can suck down milk. Obviously, people suck down juice, they suck down beer, they suck down spirits. People might suck down just soft drinks. People can suck down wine. People can suck down milkshakes, just about anything. You can make fruit into a smoothie and suck that down. So all those will lend themselves well to hydration, although I've heard it said, and I suppose I agree, that nothing is more hydrating than water since it is hydro.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, hydrogen and 2 parts oxygen, or 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen.
And what is your preferred method of pre-party hydration?
Just water, yeah, but don't drink too much water before you go on, or you might have a bubble belly where the water is bouncing around and your stomach feels like a bit like a water balloon or a water bed. Have you ever had that jelly belly feeling? So you got to watch out for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's good advice to live by.
Thank you.
So
I'm glad you agree.
You have a new record that has come out.
Yes.
What has been the fan reception for that so far?
Well, the fact that anyone has listened to it at all is quite fulfilling. But I'd say the most remarkable part of this album release experience has been the very specific feelings that I was trying to conjure up seem to have been felt by those that have listened, a good portion. So the words that even I use to describe it internally in my own mind, saying I want to make this triumphant sound, I want it to feel epic, I want it to be really uplifting, I want it to be really powerful. It's nice when people use those words to describe it. I think all music has the ability to feel like that to an open-hearted listener, and I really appreciate people opening their heart and their mind to this new album.
Which song do you feel like is resonating with fans the most right now?
Maybe the first song we released off the album, which we also just released a new music video for. It's called Music Is Worth Living For. And it's quite straightforward in that regard, and it does set the tone for the album. That this is about fixating on those most empowering and uplifting parts of life, like music, which for me, nothing has made me feel better in life as reliably as music had, and to worship it, to pay tribute to music itself, to the phenomenon of melody and rhythm, and how it can change the way your body feels for the better.
What do you think that people can do to help keep live music alive?
Play shows and go to shows. Fortunately, it's as simple as that.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, I'm glad it's that simple. The X factor is, will people want to go? And that's what makes today so powerful, is that this could not exist, would not exist if people didn't want it to exist. And the fact that they do want it to exist means the world to everybody here who's working here.
Absolutely.
We are completely codependent on one another, but it's a very mutually beneficial relationship and mutually rewarding. And that's the magic of the audience-performer dynamic. And in the best moments, it's not only that line is blurred between audience and performer, the audience becomes the performer themselves, and they're performing for the audience, for the performer. So today, I feel like people here showing their enthusiasm, the fans, they also are stars of the show, because they are what is enabling this to take place. They are funding this dream come true. Absolutely.
Do you feel like you have gotten across what you mean to in your music? Do you feel like
I think I'm getting there. Yeah. It takes practice for me, I suppose. I think I've made improvements and strides in figuring out how to express or to drive home this feeling that I'm trying to get. And that's, again, what was satisfying about this album, is I felt like maybe there was a new level of understanding, a new level of clarity. Not that things were misunderstood before, but I'm still trying to figure it out. If I can't grasp it or articulate it to myself,
right,
how am I going to get it out to other people and have it make sense to them? It's a feeling, so it's difficult to explain. It's a sensation. It's a physical sensation you feel from the inside out in your soul and your stomach and your heart, and it radiates out through you, and then eventually gets to your brain, and your brain tries to make sense out of it. You say, oh, I feel good, but first and foremost, it's a sensation that can only be experienced and not really considered any other way. And it's my job to get that experience, that physical sensation to people, whether it's through music or even talking like we are right now. I'm a representative of the good vibe, life force feeling.
I love it. How does that translate to doing music videos when you're then performing the same song, not in front of a live audience and being able to feed off of them?
Videos are an opportunity to try to really condense all the best moments of what you would do live. For me, because most of our videos are performance videos, they're usually not a story video with different scenes. It's usually just a musical performance of the band and myself. So all the moves we would do over the course of a show, we get to jam into one song. Or maybe all the moves we do over 10 shows, we jam into a 3 or 4 minute piece. So that to me is very satisfying. That certain fist pump that I wanted to do, well, I can do 10 of them in a row and pick the very best one. That certain leg kick, that certain way of singing the song, try all of it, and then just jam it all together into this explosion of raw energy.
I love it. If you had to pick one memory from, let's say, your memoirs as a musician, what would stick out to you as the first chapter?
Oh, the piano. Yeah, piano lessons around age 5. My dad taking piano lessons and me watching him play, climbing up to the piano, when I could first walk and trying to press the keys. It all begins with piano for me. And that music was taught. I was really lucky that I had music, before I was learning how to read or write or tie my shoes or anything like that. I was being given this chance to develop a relationship with an instrument, and that's really all thanks to my mom and dad.
That's awesome. Do you have any other final words of wisdom for the fans watching at home?
Stay strong. Stay strong. Just because life isn't easy doesn't mean it's bad, and doesn't mean that we can't extract some kind of value out of those challenges. Stay focused. Don't resent the irritations of life. Like, who do we think we are to have every day be a perfect day? Right? So those challenges aren't there to hurt us or just bother us. They're there to see how strong we are, like a test. Do you have what it takes? I think you do. And it's through partying, it's through music, it's through joy that we give ourselves the energy, the fuel that it takes to confront life. See things face to face and not run from it, but actually dive deep into life and let it be intense. So partying is about saying it's good that life is intense. So whatever you do, just don't stop partying, please.
Well said.
Well,
thank you so much for
thank
spending
you.
Time with us today.
You're very welcome.
And have a great set later on today. It'll be a little cooler then.
Oh yeah, it's a beauty. Hey, you guys are in this tent. It's 10 degrees cooler out there actually. I mean, it's a beauty day by my standards. A lot of our band's based in Florida, and there you get a 95-degree day with 100% humidity. That's a horse of a different color. So this is a beauty spring day by my standards.
So if you're not out here, you should get out here. Catch Andrew's set later on tonight. Thank you once again for talking to us today.
Thank
Have
you.
a great rest of your festival.
Thank you. You too.